morning. It's Superbooth time, and we're here with Yamaha. The year is 2019. This is Nils, my partner.
Hello, everyone.
Chris. We are the makers of SampleRobot, and I would like to give you a short tour how to really easily turn loops into instruments for your montage. And also, we will sample a VST instrument first, which is one of the new features that we show here. The VST host is part of SampleRobot 6, so whatever you like to sample, you can do it. You can sample it with SampleRobot automatically and turn it into an instrument for your montage. But there's a little copyright note. You should sample only stuff that you are a copyright holder or that you did yourself. Don't rip off anyone's presets. We don't like that. So, Nils, would you like to?
Sure. Yeah, in order to get the VST plugin sampling started, we go to Extras, open the VST host here, and then you have the opportunity to go to the Browse button and then browse to your VST plugin. We just stick with this here. Then you would click the Load button and you can open the editor then. We have this plugin here for a demonstration, and then we can, or you can tweak it as you like, but we go with this now, and then I can give it a try here. This is the sound we're going to sample, and then I move this out of the way here, and I can also move this out of the way. And in order to being able to sample VST plugins in SampleRobot, you have to make sure that you selected the correct input device, which is a VST plugin, and the correct MIDI output device, which is a VST plugin also. And then you also have to make sure that you enable the checkbox here, auto, which means that SampleRobot is able to control the MIDI signals that are sent to the plugin. And then you're ready to press the red button, the recording button, then you're presented a dialog, and you can start recording. And I'll do that now. And SampleRobot goes now step by step through all the notes you selected down here and automatically samples everything.
As you can see, SampleRobot did already all the editing for you.
So yeah, basically what SampleRobot does, it detects where does the sample start, where does it end, and where does the loop portion is. You can all configure that for your custom sounds. And now we can go into this here and try what we've recorded. And then you see there is already the loop going very seamlessly now. And yeah, I think that looks good, and we can move on to the Tenorion, right?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. This is a wonderful instrument designed by Yamaha a few years ago. It is, I think, early 2000s. So this is an instrument that is that works with light in the main part. So I prepared a loop, and I'd like to sample that with SampleRobot. So for that, Nils has to uncheck the automatic recording because we're now in semi-automatic recording mode, and just hit the recording button. So now I get a few more options, like a tuning oscillator, and if I record like acoustic instruments or vintage gear that is not does not have an auto tune button. And in this case, we just record the loop. And if you give me the countdown.
Yeah, I'll start the countdown now. Okay.
So this is the Tenorion playing. So, yeah, now SampleRobot did the recording with everything. So, did the loop recognition, did the chopping of the beginning and the end, and yeah, we're ready to go, and we can show you how the loop markers work.
We have just to wait a second for the loop recognition at the moment.
Okay, and then we're ready to rock, or we can show it in the multi-sample section, maybe.
No, we're just waiting for the recognition. It's still calculating.
Oh, okay, it's calculating. Okay, let's see. So we did a in SampleRobot. There's a thank you.
Now we're ready.
Okay, cool. So what we did is we have several markers in SampleRobot. Maybe you can just give it a try to play that.
Wait just a second. Now we have this small dialogue here, which you can use in order to hear what actually has happened within SampleRobot. You can pre-hear everything. I'll click on all here.
Okay. 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 And you can close that for a second, and then yeah, sure. So now you see there's a waveform recorded, and we can zoom in here, and we have several options to work with the samples. So this is quite a complex waveform, as you can see. So it might be useful if you would like to adjust the loop manually. We have a function called loop overlay. When I select that, I have an overlay here that shows you when I move the loop, which might be a good part to, or a good match for the loop. So this might be not as bad. So, and I have a crossfade. I can drag the crossfade. I can do whatever I like, and I can even overlay the left and right waveforms to see where the zero crossings are. So SampleRobot gives you all that detail in here. So I can really, as you can see, the loop overlay, the waveform that I select, the white waveform has to match the green one, and the closer you get, if you do manually loop search, then the better the result will be. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and there are several options to work with auto loop search. So for example, I have so-called loop search markers, and I can specify where to search my loop out, for example. And I can always, if I go to find auto loop, I can always find the best match within the file that I recorded. So now SampleRobot will search the loop out in that section here. As you can see, there's another match found here, and we also have like loop search, different loop search alternatives. So when you are not happy with a match you got, you have like 4 other instant loop alternatives that you can select. So when you're happy with the file, okay, then you can just go on and export the whole instrument as a montage instrument.
And before we do that, I want to quickly show you one more thing, which is the import. What we can do now is drag and drop import existing WAV and AIFF files. We can do that real quick here. We can just choose a random WAV file from our hard disk. Let's take this one here and drop it onto, drop it onto, why does not work? Okay, wait. Okay, now it works. And then you see there is the imported WAV file here, and then you can also tweak it as you please. And we just go with it as it is here, and then we're going to export all that we have here, all the 3 layers, into one patch for the Yamaha Montage. And therefore, or do you want to say something else?
No, I
want to
just wanted to give an example how this could be useful. So a lot of musicians like to play live and don't use so many instruments on stage. So with SampleRobot, you have the opportunity to really pack all the sounds you have in your studio into one instrument and then perform with that one instrument. So it's a huge saving your time, your efforts, your carrying weight. So everything is really optimized in your setup then.
Okay, and then I'll go to export it onto our USB drive here. I'll select just the standard settings here, press OK, and then I'm presented with the saving dialog here. Select our USB drive. We go with a name, but you can always change it as you please. Save it here, and then we're going to check whether that is already on the drive. Okay, it is. So now eject the drive quickly here. Yeah, it worked. Then I'll quickly put that into the montage here. Okay, so just wait for the connection with the montage, and then we can go into settings, go into contents, select depending on what you are using, if you're using a user preset file or if you're using a library file. But we exported a whole preset file. We go to user file here, select the root, and then take this export and load it.
So it's pretty straightforward. You don't have to think about it. Do you have all your sounds? Do you have all this gear set up the way you want it? You just carry one instrument. And there are different other opportunities to work with samples in a creative way. So SampleRobot opens up that whole universe of sound editing, sample editing. And the best thing, if you own a montage, just download it for your montage for free. So, yeah. So we have the instrument in here. This is the sound I recorded from the Tenorian, and I also have the... And this is the patch that I created from the, or we created from the ultra analog, just sampled the VST now in your montage.
Okay,
so,
so to wrap this up, just quickly, we have a website. It is SampleRobot.com. You can follow us on Twitter. We are also on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and as Christian said, there is also best of it all. There is a free montage version for montage users. If you own a montage, just go to this website down here and register there, and you'll get a license for free. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice Superbooth, and see you around.
Thanks. Bye.